Hey everybody, I am over in New Hampshire today with a special guest star, we'll call him, and we're at his top secret location. We're going to be running the gold box today. So I'm here with Chris from Golden Heart Prospecting. He's got a gold box. He gave me a gold box to use. I'm just starting to get set up. He's just starting to get set up. River's a little bit fast today, but it's manageable. We're going to get this thing set up. We're gonna go digging. We're gonna find some gold today. So let me swing the camera around and I'll show you what I got going on. I have to put all this together. His is put together a little bit. So I'm gonna get moving here, get this put together so I can get to digging some gold. My time's a little bit limited. It is the day before Memorial Day, whatever the date is, Sunday. All right, let's freaking get at it here. Let's put this thing together, get in the water, and start getting some gold. There, I got myself, with the help of Chris, all set up here, except for my pump. I haven't put that in yet. I'm gonna put it in right there. Here's something you don't see me do every day. I'm classifying. Not only that, I'm classifying to a 1/4 inch, because I think 1/4 inch and minus is the optimum classification for these things. Chris is below me. He's all set up. We're gonna walk down there and take a look, and he's gonna give us some pointers on how to run this thing and what some of these extra parts are about, because I see that he's given me a tray, and we got this little doohickey mo here. So we're gonna go down there and he's gonna give us some pointers. There's Chris. Chris from Golden Heart Prospecting, the inventor extraordinaire of the gold box. So he is going to take a minute and just tell us all the ins and outs of running this thing, how to do it right. So Chris, I'll let you take it away.
All right. It's pretty simple for the most part, but every material is different. So I like to start just below the hopper for the back pressure, and just watch how the box processes the material.
So how do you set that level?
Right with this valve.
Oh, there we go. So the valve controls the flow. The hopper is fed from a tube before the valve, so that not only does the valve control your flow, it also controls the amount of back pressure pushing the water up through the tube.
Yeah, the one drawback with 3D printing, it's kind of rough, so it has to have a little water to lubricate it to get the material to drop down. So I got an excess of back pressure, so it actually worked out. And then just make sure every scoop, as soon as this first half of the box cleans out, add your next. About every 5 to 10 seconds, depending on the material. Might be getting a glare because of the cloudiness.
That's all right. We'll get the idea, I think.
As soon as that first half clears out.
Set your timer, boys. Here we go.
And you can see the heavies are still sticking in certain spots, and there's a lot of turbulence, so everything looks good.
I don't know if that was 10 seconds. I can't hold the camera, hold the mic, and look at my watch at the same time. I have trouble doing things one at a time.
1, that was a big scoop. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There you go.
You can see everything bouncing around. It's happy. Now just feed through the bucket and then hope for some gold.
Chris guarantees me an ounce of gold out of here, so
yeah. Whoever gets the most gold buys the lunch.
Oh, there we go. Excellent. Well, let me get set up over here and I'll start running my own operation. I got to be careful because the rocks are like freaking slippery in here. Okay, we're digging right along the edge here. I'm not a big fan of classifying. However, there are exceptions to every rule, and because this works best if you classify 1/4 inch minus, well, that's what we're doing. Not only that, and I learned this at the Wild Dam, and I always do when I go to rivers like that, there's really no place to set up a sluice box unless you have something pushing water. The river's flat where I was and deep, and there's just no way to set one up. So if you find a place to put a sluice box in, it's probably not going to be close to where you're digging. You're going to have to haul buckets, and there's no sense of hauling rocks. So classifying it is. So you will see me classify every now and again, and that's usually the reason why I have to haul buckets. It's pretty nice to have a coach to come over and set everything up for you. So I haven't used the Krieger 8 Water Warrior yet. So I just thought I'd put that in line behind it, because we're gonna see if this thing loses any gold. So I haven't even put any dirt through it yet. Chris has the line set up for me. I got my pump in the water right there, battery up there, bucket here. Chris brought over some chairs. I think we can just throw that right in there. Looks like I might be clogged up a little bit. I am not sure why I'm not getting a little bit of water. I guess I'm gonna have to shut this down just a hair more here. There we go. I'm blasting through that first riffle on the Krieger but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more behind it, so. Look at her go. That's 2 scoops. Do we see any gold yet? I don't. In and out. Mine's running a little bit slower than Chris's, I think, just because I had to put a little bit more back pressure on this to get it to push up through. Not sure why that is. Actually, it looks like since I've been feeding it, I can probably adjust that flow a little bit. There we go. You can see right there. That's how easy it is to adjust. Whoops, down the hatch it goes. Feeds itself. All right, so I'm gonna put the camera down and we're gonna go to production mode here. We'll run this through and do a clean out and see what we got. We'll have to go see Chris and see how many buckets we can run through before we need to do a clean out, but I'm really curious after 1 bucket. I don't see any gold jumping out at me. So this should be, give it a little wiggle and it should pull right out, just like that. Bring it over to the pan. We'll flip it, give her a shake. Got some rocks and stuff caught in there. Too bad there wasn't any big pieces of gold. Look at that. Look at how little tailings that are in that. Oh, there's a piece of gold right there. There's some more. And there's some more. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, so that many pieces. Sweet. That was with.
We got.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, you got a good one.
Oh, I got more. Hang on. I just
Yeah,
messed it all up.
Get it all right there.
Oh yeah, that's a nice piece up in the top there. Sweet. I gotta put the camera off to the side. There we go. That is very few tailings right there. Or concentrates, I should say.
I know everybody wants the big pieces, but when I see the little stuff, that makes me happy.
Seeing color makes me happy.
I mean, I got like 20 or 30 little pieces.
Yeah, there's probably not 30, but I don't know. There's a lot of them there.
Use them in there. It's actually not bad at all.
Yeah, there's even some little tiny ones over that way. One bucket and 1 teaspoon of concentrates.
Yeah, that always used to drive me crazy when I was running a sluice and there's like pounds of material. I'm like, what the hell? I mean, it still processed a lot, but I'm like...
Believe it or not, this is from the Krieger, and there is one piece in there. Actually, I don't see it anymore, but there was one. Oh, there it is.
One little micro.
That is like a micro of a micro. That's incredible. That thing was like 99.999% perfect. Does the gold box catch gold? Oh yeah. Does it lose gold? I'm gonna say no. I mean, you can't.
Yeah, that's worth it for the speed you just fed that.
I think I lose more gold in my cleanups than that.
Oh yeah.
At home, and I'm using all kinds of different equipment. So hey, what can I say? I mean, that thing, out of a whole bucket, lost that one little teeny fly poopy piece. I don't think that. Nope. I was gonna say there was a yellow rock in there. Well, I'm gonna move my chair and I'm gonna go digging some more. I want to run another bucket through this thing. I had my chair set up, rained a few raindrops on my poor head, and I was comfy. So we're gonna go right back at it. All right, bucket number 2, except it wasn't a full bucket. It was about 2/3 of a bucket, maybe 3 gallons. Nice piece right there. So this one, not counting classifying time because I didn't time that. It was about 6 minutes roughly to feed all the material in a 2-minute cleanup. And that is pulling that out, emptying out in my pan and putting it all back together. So it's ready to rock and roll again. 2 minutes, that's pretty fast. So if you're running bucket after bucket here, which that will do, Chris said that you can run as many as you want through there. You can run some material through that thing. I love the bigger size. Makes all the difference to up to production. So that came out of, my first dig was right where the pump is. That pan was right there. So I'm gonna set over another 1.5 feet or so, move some bigger rocks out of there, and keep my hole going across the stream. I just wanna see if the gold gets bigger, if the quantity stays the same. I did get onto some clay, as you can see right there. That was one clump. I didn't scrub that off. We're getting gold, and we're getting it with a gold box. This is actually quite a bit of fun because, I don't know, it's just different. It's fun to feed, fun to crank material through this thing. Having a good time. Speaking of that, let's go see what Chris has got going on.
We had another, lot of fine gold. The further I went up the bank, I probably got 20, 30 pieces in there.
Wow, about the same as last time.
Yeah. So I got to get out deeper with you. That's where the bigger piece. I think that's my biggest piece right there.
Well, we're gonna set over and go towards the center and see what's over there.
Yep.
It's getting harder to dig because the rocks are getting bigger. Big rocks, big gold, right? So far the rain's held off. Just for reference, Tyler the weatherman told me the other day that since December 15th, it's either rained or snowed every weekend. And I think this is either 24 or 25 in a row. To say I'm getting about sick of the rain on the weekends is an understatement. But what are you gonna do? Don't have any control of it. Just bring your rain gear, I guess. Usually get wet on the bottom. If it's raining, you're gonna get wet on the top. So we'll keep going. So unfortunately, I got to talking and forgot to show you the one piece of gold I got out of that run. But I did time it. So it was 9 minutes for 4 gallons of material roughly. 2 minutes to clean out. So we're talking 11 minutes. And I could have been back in my hole shoveling more material and classifying. So runtime on this thing super fast. It is just eating this material up. And the second run. I didn't get anything out of the Krieger. I'm probably not going to clean it up this time. I'm just going to leave it sit where it is, and I'll do a cleanup at the end because I just don't think there's going to be anything in it. So I'm going to put this thing back together, and then we will jump back in the hole and classify some more material. It's a good day. I got one more bucket, then I have to go. So we're going to do one more bucket each, or at least I am. I don't know if Chris is going to go with me. One thing I haven't done yet is he provides an extra tray to put in there, and it's for sand, and I just have to go verify that with him. He doesn't have, does he have his extra tray? Do you have your extra tray on you?
You have it under the battery over
Okay,
there.
so that's for sand, right?
Yes.
Okay.
This one we're running the course. Yeah.
Waterproof either.
Yeah, that's the second one he's on now.
Third. I don't know.
Just rather hold it.
Still working? Yeah, still working. I just dropped my microphone in the water. So
This is for beach sand. It's
right on it. So
yeah,
beach
it's
sand right
beach
on
sand, coarse material, under 1/4 inch. If you classify it to 1/8 or better. But the features on here are stronger, so it creates more back pressure for the pieces to drop. So you can actually feed it super fast. You don't wait for it to clear out. You just keep feeding it in as fast as you can go.
There we go.
So it actually works really good.
So that's another thing that I think is really clever on this design. So you can design different trays for different materials, different needs. So
Honestly,
it's pretty incredible.
once you get the shape of this, you can design your own tray yourself. And if you have a 3D printer, you can make your own custom tray.
Yeah, if you think you have a better design, then you can have at it.
And the great thing with this is it's updatable. If I come up with a new design, the new kits will have it going in it the next day.
Yep.
I don't have to remold it or anything, or get investment cast moldings. I can just make the model changes and start printing the next day, upload the file if I want, and send them to people.
I don't think you could cast that geometry anyway.
It would be tough and it's super expensive, and then I could never change it because it wouldn't be worth the cost.
Yeah.
So being able to print it, these don't take that long to print, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, you can customize it yourself, or as I evolve, they're going to only get better. I got 2 trays now. I'll have a 3rd tray for more processing and cleaning up at home with the tough black stains.
Sweet.
So,
All right. Fantastic. I'm using that as a battery prop so the battery doesn't slide in the water. Works good for that too. Okay, let's get back to digging here. Hopefully my microphone wasn't in the water long enough to hurt it. Hopefully you're hearing me without, it got the little dead cat wet on it. I don't know, I think I've spent $300 or $400 on just microphones for this thing because I keep dropping them in the water. All right, here you go, last cleanup of the day. There's a lot of little specks in there. We're gonna have to dump it all out. Why don't I do that? I'll dump my day out and we'll pan it back and I'll show you, and then I'll show you what Chris got, and you can decide who won. We can buy our sandwiches next time we get together. So basically that's all the cons out of 4 buckets. I have kept every bit of concentrates that I had out of that thing. I don't think I kept anything from the Krieger, so I still have to clean that out. Not expecting to find anything. If I do, I'll let you know, but let's get this pan back and we'll show you what we got. Okay, there we go. That is my day right there. Not bad. A lot of smalls, but we're seeing gold, so that's always my goal. See gold for the day. Chris is over here cleaning up his. I think I'll bring my pan over so we can sort of get a kit side by side.
wow. Look at all the tiny.
I'm guessing quantity wise he's got me.
And it's all through here.
You can decide. Let me know in the comments who you think won. I think he's, in my opinion, he's got me on quantity.
Probably too small to weigh, but yeah.
There's like 1 million dots in that pan. I only got 500,000, so good day though. Fun. Final thoughts on this new design goldbox. I like it. It's fun to run. It chews up material. It catches the gold. I kind of like having something that you can plug in and pump water through. The setup is real easy. You just find sort of a flat spot. It doesn't even have to be level because it's pressurized and the valve sets the flow, so you don't even need to try to get it level. I'm not used to running mechanicalized, is that a word? Equipment, because my state's persnickety about that sort of thing. But this was good. This was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed running this thing. I'm gonna pack up, get out of here. I got an hour and a half drive back home, probably 2 hours. Sorry to say there's not enough to weigh, but I can bring home some New Hampshire gold. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Life's short. Get out there and make the most of it. Live long and prospect, my friends. See you, bye.